Hey everyone, it's Brenda Stoll, your Mashables tech reporter. Look what I have. Yep, these are the brand new iPhones. This is my review of the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro. The iPhone 12 and 12 Pro are almost identical when it comes to specs. Starting with aesthetics, both phones share a similar flat edge design that gives them a very boxy frame. It's not only thicker than previous models, but it feels a lot more durable. If this seems at all familiar, it's because the design feels very reminiscent of both the iPhone 4 and iPhone 5. And while you'd think going with a somewhat recycled design would make for a dated form factor, it's actually a super refreshing change from Apple's past phones. There is one difference to note though. The iPhone 12 has a clear glass back that comes in black, red, white, green, and blue, while the 12 Pro has a matte finish that comes in gold, silver, graphite, and blue. Apple also introduced a ceramic shield front cover on the display that it claims has 4 times the chance to survive a fall from your pocket without cracking. But I still very much recommend putting a screen protector on it regardless. And while we're on the topic of screens, both the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro feature 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR displays that look super bright and vibrant. Unfortunately, Apple didn't include a 120Hz refresh rate with the iPhone 12 lineup, so you're stuck with 60Hz for yet another year. In addition to the fairly new design, Apple also improved the cameras on both phones. The iPhone 12 has dual cameras, which consist of a 12-megapixel wide-angle lens and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide-angle lens. The iPhone 12 Pro has the same sensors, along with the addition of a 12-megapixel telephoto lens and a LiDAR scanner, which not only increases the speed of autofocus in low light, but also helps improve performance of augmented reality apps. As far as new camera features go, both phones mainly include enhanced low-light capabilities. With the iPhone 12, you can now use night mode with the ultra-wide-angle lens and in selfie mode. The iPhone 12 Pro allows you to take night mode portrait shots. Since the sensors are 27% larger than the iPhone 11 Pro, the 12 Pro is also capable of capturing better photos in low light in standard camera mode as well. And since the camera sensors are super similar on the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro, there really wasn't a noticeable difference between photos taken in broad daylight. In terms of its processor, the iPhone 12 lineup features Apple's new A14 Bionic chipset that it says is 40% faster than last year's chip. Now, even though that chip is supposed to help optimize battery life, I can't say the iPhone 12 Pro lasted me all that much longer than my 11 Pro typically does. It did manage to get me through an entire day using standard apps like iMessage and social media apps, but when I took the phone out for an entire day of camera testing, in addition to checking the same apps throughout the day, the 12 Pro lasted me about 7.5 hours before reaching 22%. But Apple sort of makes up for its rather mediocre battery life with its MagSafe charging technology. Basically, each iPhone 12 features an array of magnets around the wireless charging coils. It not only helps to make sure the phone is properly aligned on the charger each time, but also powers your phone up to 50% in 30 minutes. Sure, it's useful when you want to quickly charge your phone, but the accessories aren't included, so you'll have to pay an additional $39 for the MagSafe charger and can also opt for any of the other accessories like the phone cases. One thing that's also very important to address is that each iPhone 12 has 5G connectivity with support for both sub-6 and millimeter wave. But you really shouldn't purchase any of these iPhones strictly for this connectivity, because 5G isn't widely available yet. And if you're deciding between the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro, I can assure you the iPhone 12 is more than enough for everyday use. But if you're someone that relies heavily on your iPhone to capture photos and videos, or you tend to use augmented reality apps a lot, then you'll want to go with the 12 Pro. As far as pricing goes, the iPhone 12 starts at $799, while the iPhone 12 Pro starts at $999. Now, of course, those prices will go up depending on the higher storage configuration. And both phones are currently available on pre-order with full availability October 23rd. But Apple is also releasing the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 Mini in November if you wanna maybe hold off on exactly which iPhone you purchase. And we will have full reviews of both those devices, so be sure to check back over at Mashable.